Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. Well, these last week or so, I've been honoring what I call the disappointing affirmations. Those people who are the naysayers and the haters of those of us who have too much toxic positivity for them. All right, well, here's the affirmation for you. Whenever someone asks you how you feel, just make up a lie like, I'm okay, because no one wants to hear about your problems. That should do it for you. All right. The journaling question that I want to share with you has to do with the reflection on the beauty of creation in the natural world. So many times we can get caught up in being so anthropocentric, as if life and everything going on in history has to do with human beings, which in one way, of course, it does. But then we can get so distracted that we forget to see the beauty that's all around us. The spirals, the curves, the twists, the turns, the regeneration of nature. So write on it, elevate the conversation, or reach out to me. I'd like to know what about the beauty of creation in the natural world grabs you. There's a lot that I have to say. I'd like to hear from you as well. So Thursday is usually a story day. I'm going to include a different story from Nuk Basum, an African man who studied in the West, but then went back to his own culture for ritual initiation. And it's a beautiful story to remind us all that we're walking one way. One of the teachings is like meeting the crossroads. And if you're heading north and south, the only people you meet are the people either coming back from the north, heading south, or people who overtake you as you head from north to south. But then when you get to the crossroads, you meet the people who are going east and west. And they ask you, do you understand what the crossroads really mean? And you say yes at the beginning, but later on, you realize you have to reflect on it a little more deeply, because you meet the influences of other people who are doing different things, heading in a different direction, old and young, right? Ancient and contemporary, right? Blue and red, straight and gay, rich and poor, educated and illiterate, and so forth. Much to be learned from the crossroads. So I'm going to send you that story in addition to what I normally put out today. Other than that, moving on. Read Krishnamurti if you want to understand the negative implications of discipline that leads to monotony, imitation, as opposed to the discipline that deals with reps. You got to practice or repeat something again and again. As my teacher says, without discipline, you can't succeed in any action. So perseverance is the key. Keep on going. And then you got to climb according to your capacity. It might be mild or average or really engaged or supremely enthusiastic, but you realize your progress or your growth or how much you're going to get from it is how much you're going to put in. Now, each one of us also has a part of our own inner wise person, the trickster energy. That's the one that sees through grandiosity and pomposity. It's like a bullshit indicator that makes you see through the false leaders and authority figures, or anyone who would abuse power in a narcissistic way. Because the idea is to recognize the real inner ruler, what I call the real king or the real queen, who lives for just order. They call it shalom, or peace in the Jewish tradition. They call it shanti in the yoga tradition. That's the person who offers the blessings and brings calm amidst life's turmoils, amidst life's impetuous and chaotic energies. There's somebody who's sitting on the throne and dispensing justice and blessings for everybody because they've been empowered by the celestial forces to demonstrate the goodness and benevolence at the terrestrial level. And you learn from shamanism, you're not looking for the ecstasy that seems to be on the outside, showing everybody what a good time you're having or how well you're doing, but it's more like enstasis. Inside, you find that there are states of consciousness or trance consciousness that takes you out of non-ordinary reality, out of ordinary reality into non-ordinary reality. And your perspective changes when you see from that vantage point. And then always, every day, I remind myself, first of all, remember, everything I say is all about me, but there's nothing personal in it. What is the art of letting it in? You can say whatever you want to, but if you don't allow these things to be, like it says in the first verse of the Bible, let there be, and there is. So what are you letting in your life, or what are you refusing to let in? What are you disallowing in your life? I remind everyone, relax yourself first, because physical inertia favors mental passivity. When you make your body chill, all of a sudden your mind becomes open to suggestions, not to being hoodwinked, not to being conned, not to being scammed, but to render your inner mind open to suggestion. So tell yourself the suggestions that bless, heal, inspire, and elevate. And remember, for the coaches who are out there, if anything went wrong, I did it. If it went semi-good, we did it. And if it went real good, you did it. Compliment the people who you're working with. And that's the way to really embody leadership. Have a great day.